Hey, this is We've Been Drinking MMA. We're here. This is it. This is the main event. We're breaking down and predicting the main event of this pay-per-view, Islam Makhachev versus Alexander Volkanovski for the 155-pound lightweight championship belt in the UFC. My pick, this is backhand. My pick is going to be Islam Makhachev. Tentatively a little bit, and backhand's pick is Lousy's pick is also Islam Makhachev. Only reason I say tentatively, it's not actually even that tentatively. It's just that the price is minus 280 for Makhachev to win, so it's minus 260. I think it keeps changing. $260 to profit, $100 on Islam Makhachev. But for me, we know they fought before. This is the rematch. And that's why, in my humble opinion, my bet is I'm thinking it's going the distance, like it did last time. Because both fighters are so smart. Their IQs are so good. They're quick around the pocket, so they never get into too much danger. Obviously, Volkanovski knocked down Makhachev in the 5th round, and Makhachev knocked down Volkanovski in the 1st round. But I don't see it really happening. I think they know each other now, and they're really going to be even more conservative. But the thing is, I see it going the distance because of that. So my bet is really going to be that it goes either over 4 rounds or just that it goes all 5 rounds, goes the distance. It could be a good price. It's unbelievable. Volkanovski has defended his belt at 145 pounds 5 times, including his last fight with Yair Rodriguez, where he TKO'd him in the 3rd round. And it's unbelievable. And then you got Makhachev, who's on this 12-fight win streak. And 4 out of his last 5, it's 5 out of his last 6 fights have come by finish. Submitted his opponents and even TKO'd Bobby Green. But yeah, I mean, Volkanovski with the decision, he had a decision win over Volkanovski in his last fight, and that's what I see happening again, because basically, okay, Volkanovski is a guy who's just too smart. He's got too good head movement, and now he got knocked down, a flash knockdown in the 1st round, where he just decided to go punch on the run, and he wanted to test Makhachev, and Makhachev just angled away a little bit, and just boom, a quick little combination back, and Volkanovski got quickly dropped, and Volkanovski was a lot smarter the rest of the fight. So ultimately, Volkanovski knows that even though Makhachev is more of a grappler, he's known for his grappling. Like, Volkanovski now realizes that Makhachev Volkanovski is definitely the faster fighter. He's the lighter fighter, smaller fighter, and he's the faster fighter. But now Volkanovski knows that Makhachev, even though he might be slower, he's very quick around the pocket. And that's what really matters in mixed martial arts, right? You might be slower than your opponent, but when someone, when you engage and you exchange, when you're in the pocket and you can make those slight quick maneuvers inside the pocket and get out of the way to the left, get out of the way to the right, and then counter, that's actually what matters. It doesn't always matter who the fastest fighter is. Otherwise, we would always see the fastest fighter always winning, and that doesn't always happen, right? So in this fight, even though Volkanovski does have the speed factor, Makhachev is quicker around the pocket. Even though Volkanovski, has admittedly better angles and combination punching, Makhachev is shown that he's a more effective counterpuncher because he counterpunch knocked down Volkanovski. So Volkanovski is better with the combinations going forward. Makhachev is better with the counterpunching. Volkanovski is faster than Makhachev with the footwork, but then Makhachev is quicker around the pocket, right? So you look at offense, it's neutralized. You look at the speed factor, it's neutralized. You look at the defense, both of them have some decent head movement. Makhachev is quick around the pocket. Like I said, Volkanovski's got maybe the slicker head movement, but that's kind of like they both are good at defense, right? So then what it comes down to, in my opinion, is the grappling. And Makhachev, when he goes forward, that's the problem, is that Volkanovski is thinking it's either a punch, kick, or, of course, the takedown. Versus when Volkanovski comes forward, it's like just the punch or the kick. And Makhachev, we know, is much more effective than I ever thought at counterpunching. And he's phenomenal in that little quick pocket, angling off to the side so he doesn't get hit, and then sets a trap. Makhachev is a master trapper. And that's what I believe he'll do to Volkanovski again with the counterpunching game. And then when he wants to go ahead and throw some fake punches at Volkanovski going forward against Volkanovski will be running away, kind of, not running away, but backing up, and he's going to have to use more energy going back. Makhachev's going to be feinting, and then Volkanovski's going to be like, what is he going to do? And then he goes for the takedown instead of a punch or a kick. It's going to be just too much for Volkanovski, in my opinion. But Volkanovski's heart of a lion, stepping up on 1 week notice in this fight. I'm so excited for this fight. We're going to do order the pay-per-view, doing the recaps on Saturday, so please come back on Saturday and Sunday when our recaps are out, and just, have fun with this fight if you're ordering it. I think it's going to be a phenomenal fight. As far as now, we get to see two absolute amazing champions, in their primes, that are going against each other. It's history, and it's a beautiful fight. Can't wait for it. Again, both our picks are Islam Makhachev, but ultimately we do feel that they kind of neutralize each other a lot. Makhachev has the grappling, which we believe will be the difference maker in the end. But so the bet is going to be going all 5 rounds, going the distance. But ultimately, just fans of this fight and just going to enjoy it. And thank you so much for listening. And please like, subscribe, and comment for this YouTube algo. Thank you so much.